Hi everybody, Shaul from Boost here, and today we're going to talk about the use of formula columns in Autoboost. So something brand new and shiny from Boost, our ability to use actual formula columns in Autoboost recipes. So just to kind of explain where we are in the use case, we have the project board, we have the tasks board. For each task, we have a planned budget, an actual budget. It's also connected to our projects board. And in here we have a formula that subtract the actual budget from the planned budget to tell us the variance between the two. Now, if we were to imagine that we want to take this variance and put it in a numbers column. So every time we have a change here, we want to put this here. Why would we want to do something like that? Let's imagine we want to mirror this to somewhere else. We want to use it in a dashboard maybe, and it doesn't allow us to do so with a formula. We want to have this number as a regular number column. How would we go about this? So again, we'll go into the Autoboost app, and we can see that we have certain recipes here that use the terminology of get the calculated value of formula column and set the result to column. Let's use this one, for example. Have a look. We have a bunch of them to address different use cases. So let's say when actual budget changes, right? We want to get the calculated value of. Clicking here will give us a list of all the formula columns that we have in the board. We choose this one and put it in Farnam. I'll create the automation. Let's see this in action. So imagining we have a budget of 700 here, then we use 300. We see that the formula changes to 400, and then in a second, it will run this calculation and put it in this number. There we go. Super straightforward. Let's take this a bit more complicated. Okay, so let's go to the projects board. In here, we have our tasks from this board connected to this project board, and we have another numbers column where we indicate the project budget. From the tasks board, I am mirroring the planned tasks budget and the actual tasks budget. I'm also mirroring the variance. This is a mirroring of the formula. And I'm also taking the mirror of the number, which I've just inputted. More here, the number of workers on this project, and a bunch of formulas. So budget per worker, super straightforward. Divide the project budget in the number of workers. Then we have the remaining budget per worker. So this we subtract the number from the tasks board, so the planned task budget, from the project budget, and then we divide it in the number of workers. So how much budget do we have left per worker? And in here we have something even more complicated. Let's put it straightforward. We look at the percentage of budget usage per worker. So for each worker, how much percent of the budget he or she uses. Those are all formulas, and we can see a few things here. So those formulas, this one looks at a mirror column, right, of a number. And this one is actually taking another formula, right, and looks at a mirror column. So in this board, I've already pre-prepared the automations. This one is when column changes, get the calculated value of budget per worker and set the result to budget per worker number. But we also have a few more. This is a mirror column. So when a mirror column changes, get calculated value of a formula column and set the result to a numbers column. And we have the connected column to change. So when tasks changes, this is the connected column. Get me the result of the formula. Now, all of those will work. I also did something with the go, but we can see that let's change this. So this actually means going in and changing var. So if I'll take this on the actual budget level and do 200, this will take the var, change it here into 300, which will run this automation to take the remaining budget per worker, placing it here. Okay. And if we use the go, and if we'll change the tasks here. So I'm running different bunch of automations. Each one of them takes certain pieces of data and puts it in different places. Let's do 3 here. And we can see that those will slowly kind of pick up and put them where we wanted to. Let's add another task here, for instance. Now, what is important to know about what we can and can't do with those? So, first of all, if we were to take this var, the formula var, and trying to put it in our recipes, it wouldn't work. So our formulas knows to take mirror, as we saw, but they don't know to take mirrors of formula. So what can you do? Just like we did in our use case, in the previous board where the formula ran, we put it in a numbers column. Then we took this mirror of the number, not the formula, and ran our formula on that. And this did work. Okay. What more do we need to know in that regard? I think that the most important thing is that our formulas only run when we use the functions as so. So multiply, divide. If that's the use case and this is what you use, you can use nested formulas, you can use mirror columns, you can use whatever you want. But this would not work if we were to switch one of our divides or one of our multiplies with something like this or this. This would not work. The only way for those formulas to work is if you use multiply, divide, or any one of those functions here. This would work. Okay, so sum and not this, and minus, not this. Okay, super important, maybe the most important bit of this video. Other than that, we said again, we can't use the mirror of a formula. We can use the mirror of the num of that formula. So we run this formula in a different board, then we bring here the number, then we can use it. And we need to use the functions as the functions themselves. Other than that, your playground, you can do whatever you want with it. And this is a super powerful feature using actual formula columns, right? Get the calculated value of, getting that list of those formulas in the board, choosing what you want, and choosing where to place it. And there you go. Hope this helps. Let us know if you have any questions or any requests in the formula sections, and have a good one. Bye bye.